Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is July 26th, 2023. It seems that Barcelona could be getting €100 million cash injection. Also, Tottenham Hotspurs are currently negotiating to sign Frank Kessie. And finally, Barcelona are set to sign back Mika Marmol. We have a lot to discuss, so let's dive right in. Welcome everybody to Barca News' live stream, which is on every Mondays and Wednesdays at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today, I pushed it back to 7:30 because I was running a little bit late coming back from work. Nonetheless, I'm here ready to give you all the Barcelona news, and today, all of it is great news, which is good because we definitely need it because we've been going through some pretty rough patches. Now, as always, I'll do a section of news, then we'll head to the chat section where we can get a discussion going and I can answer any question you guys have. And for those of you who will be watching once the live stream ends, I will be putting chapters in the timeline, timestamps in the description so you can skip through the discussions and get straight to the news because I know some people prefer the shorter content. Now, having said all that, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you are looking to buy any Barcelona jerseys, including the new ones, or any Barcelona gear, make sure you hit the kickback. The link is down below in the description. Now, let's begin with the news, the preseason news, because today Barcelona will play the first match of the summer preseason, which will be against Arsenal in Los Angeles, California. Of course, the first match was supposed to be against Juventus in Northern California in Santa Clara, but that match got canceled because a bunch of players got sick. But now the whole team is recovered. They're all feeling good. And the match against Arsenal will proceed forward. And as I reported yesterday, Barcelona are set to wear the brand new 2023-2024 Barcelona second kit or away jersey, which for the first time in over 40 years will be in the color white, and it will have that old school Barcelona crest from back in the 70s or 1979, which is the last time that Barcelona wore a white jersey. Now, I said in yesterday's video, I'm a big fan of that jersey. Some people did not like it. They're talking about, oh, it's Real Madrid, blah, blah, blah. Look, Real Madrid don't own the color white. They don't have any exclusive rights to the color white. Nobody does. I really like the jersey. I'm glad Barcelona brought back the white color. After all, Barcelona have wore it since the 1920s. It's a historical jersey that Barcelona have wore it through the decades. And many of Barcelona's biggest stars have worn it, including Kubala and Johan Cruyff. So I have no problem with it. And it looks like the Barcelona fans don't either, because right now Barcelona are reporting record sales of this new jersey. And if this continues, it's reported that this jersey could be the best-selling jersey in the entire history of the club. So it looks like the jersey is getting really good warm welcome by the Barcelona fans. I honestly can't wait until get my hands on it. Again, if you want to buy any, go to Kickback. The link is in the description. Now, getting back to the match against Arsenal, I'm very excited about it. I will be watching it, and I will be making a short match. Can't think of the word, analysis, post-match analysis in tomorrow's video. Very, very excited because it is the first match of the preseason. That means football is back in Barcelona. That means we'll get to see all of our new signings play, including, Gundogan, Íñigo Martinez, and Oriol Romeo. And we'll get to see many of the youngsters from the academy that Barcelona have taken with them. So very, very exciting for today's match. And speaking of the youngsters that Barcelona have taken to the U.S. or brought to the U.S., let's talk about Fermín López. Now, if you haven't heard of Fermín López, he's a 20-year-old midfielder. His main position is a center midfielder. He can play as an attacking midfielder. He can also play as a winger, and he can even play as a false nine. And it looks like Fermín López is the total revelation of the season because he is completely impressing not just Xabi, the entire coaching staff, and even all of his teammates. Pedri and Gabi have both talked about him, have said that they're absolutely amazed by what this kid has to bring to the table. So remember that name, Fermín López. who's absolutely shocking everybody with his skills. Total revelation. And hopefully we'll see him today. And hopefully we'll see him with the first team once the official season begins. Now, there are, I think it's 6 young players that Barcelona have taken. I think I want to make a video this weekend just going over each player, over their, all their information, what positions they play, what to look out for. I think that'd be a good idea because I do get a lot of questions sometimes in the comments section about the youngsters, about people coming up from the academy. So I think I will be making a video this weekend about it to give you guys a better idea of who Barcelona have taken or brought here to the U.S. for the preseason tour and who you should be looking out for, of course, besides people like Lamine Yamal. Anyways, let's head back, or let's begin with the chat section. Let's get a discussion going. Let's answer some questions, and then we'll talk about the big news, which is that Barcelona are set to receive a 100 million euro cash injection. I wish I can get an cash injection like that, but let's talk about it after the comment section. All right. Let's see. Crispy Chicken is early. What's up, man? And then Brad was already waiting. Thank you, Brad, for waiting. Oh, Choo made it on time. Michael says, Mo, the news go. Thank you. I'm honored. It says he's watching from the UK. That's amazing. It's probably, 5 hours difference there. So thank you for being up and watching the live stream. Simon says, because the match in the USA, I have to get up at 4:30. I know that sucks, but it's actually great for me. Well, actually not too great because the match starts at 10:30 p.m. here. So it means it won't end until 12:30 p.m. And I have work tomorrow, so I will be all tired and sleepy, but it's okay. It's worth it. Let's see. By the way, is anyone going to the match? If they are, leave a comment. I probably doubt it that you will be in the chat section if you're going to the match. You're probably on the way to the match, especially with Los Angeles traffic. Brad says, I think the New Jersey is pretty sweet. White is the new Baurana. I agree. I really like it. I like it a lot, especially with the old school crest. I absolutely love it. Wyatt from Barbados in the house. All right. What's up, Wyatt? I got to make a trip to Barbados. I've never been, but I hear it's beautiful. And Dean says, how do you think the lineup will be? Well, here's the thing. It's a preseason, so most likely we're going to see at least 22 players play. So it doesn't really matter what the lineup will be. It's going to be, everybody's going to get a chance. And that's what's exciting about the preseason because we'll get to see everybody. And then again, first match. So it'll be exciting. All right. Spain time, 4:30. Oh, 4:30 a.m. in Spain. Wow. All right. So let's see. Or actually, real quick, because Brad is talking about the lineup. He says he's starting back. He thinks it's going to be Roberto, Christian Garcia, and Alonso. So from what I've been hearing, because there was a picture that was circulating on social media, and it looks like the back four could be Dest, Kunde, and Araujo, and in a center back position with of course, Balde on the left back. And then in the mid, we're talking about another four, a line of four. So probably Gabi, Pedri, Gundogan, and Frankie, with maybe Oriol Romeo coming in later. And then the front two, looks like it's going to be Lewa and Rafinha. But again, doesn't matter. Everybody's going to get to play. And that's what it's exciting about the preseason. Anyways, let's get back to the news because I have a bombshell report, a bombshell news. And that is that Barcelona are set to receive a 100 million euro cash injection. You heard that right. 100 million euros. Seems that Laporta is currently negotiating with a Qatari investor who are willing to sponsor Barcelona, and the sponsorship would be worth 100 million euros. Looks like this deal has been closed here in the U.S., so Laporta has been meeting with these investors here on American soil. It's reported that the deal is closed or almost closed, where Barcelona will receive 100 million euro injection and that the club could announce it as soon as tomorrow. So not official from the club yet, but many sources are reporting this, that Barcelona, again, are set to receive 100 million euro cash injection. Now, if Barcelona receive this, that means the club will immediately be able to register all the pending contracts. So that's all the contract renewals that they did last season. Araujo, Sergio Roberto, Marcos Alonso, all the new signings like Gundogan, Inigo Martinez, Oriol Romeo, and would also be able to register the 2 new contract renewals that Barcelona are set to finalize this summer, which are Alejandro Valde and Lamine Yamal. So Barcelona immediately would be able to register everyone. So that means that the club will not have to make any big sales in order to register players, which is great news because that means that Barcelona would not be desperate and can take its time negotiating these offers. Because remember, a lot of these clubs like Tottenham Hotspur, like Juventus, they know Barcelona need to sell ASAP to register contracts, so they're trying to nickel and dime Barcelona. But if Barcelona get this injection, register everybody, all of a sudden there's no rush. Barcelona can easily negotiate, and teams no longer can take advantage of the club. Now, that's not just it. If Barcelona receive this 100 million euros, not only will they be able to register contracts, but it's reported that they would go back to the 1-to-1 rule. Now, this is huge. Again, Barcelona right now are under the 50% rule, which means that for any money that they make, they can only use half that money to register players. So if they sell, I don't know, Frankie de Jong for 100 million, they can only use 50 to register players. But if Barcelona finalizes this deal, and this deal is announced, and they get this 100 million euros from Qatar, then Barcelona would go back to the 1-to-1 rule, which means for every euro they make, they can use that entire euro to sign new players, which means that Barcelona could still sign more players during this summer transfer market. So huge news. Barcelona close to receiving 100 million euros in cash injection from a Qatari investor for a sponsorship deal where they will be able to register all the contracts, go back to the 1-to-1 rule, and perhaps continue signing during this summer transfer market. Now, more good news. Rafa Yuste, Barcelona's vice president, gave an interview yesterday. Today, this interview was published where he talked about all the work that the club were doing and announced that Barcelona have been able to reduce the wage bill by 200 million euros. Of course, I reported about this before, but now it's confirmed from the vice president himself. Barcelona have reduced their wage bill by 200 million euros, which of course is huge. A lot of hard work went into this. It's a big testament to the amazing work that Laporta and all of his board are doing. And also, Rafa Yuste, even though he did not confirm this investment, he did confirm that Barcelona will not have to make any big sales to register any contracts. So that's the great news. The club is on the right path, economically speaking, and it can get even better if we receive this boost, which could be announced tomorrow. Let's head back to the comment or the chat section, and then we'll talk about Frank Kessie, because it looks like we're going to be talking about him for a while. Okay. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Oh, this chat section just moved on me. Richard's in the building. What's up, Richard? Welcome to the live stream. And Eriko says he's watching from Ghana. And we have Ingrid from Nigeria. Welcome, everybody. Gambia in the house. Man, I love it. Richard from Austin. I love Austin. It's really hot in the summer, but I still love it. I've been a couple of times. I've always had a great time there. Let's see what else. Oh, Chuchu says like. Yes, please, guys. 166 people watching, only 41 likes. Let's all hit that like button. Let's make it 166 people watching with 166 likes. Again, likes play a huge part in YouTube, because the more likes a video gets, the more the YouTube algorithm recommends it to other people who've never seen the channel, which brings more traffic into the channel, more subscriptions, etc. And we can keep growing, and I can keep bringing you the best content that I can. Again, reminder, this weekend I'm going to make a video about all the upcoming players from the academy, one by one, so you guys have idea who to look out for during this upcoming season. Wow, Jairo says I'm outside Barcelona hotel here in Los Angeles. That's amazing. I hope you get to see the players. I hope you get to take pictures with them, and I hope you get autographs. But that's pretty cool. Bruce says Barcelona for life. And Denedo says hi from Nigeria. Crispy says 100 mil is huge. I agree. That's a lot of crispy chicken. Can you imagine how much crispy chicken you can buy with 100 mil? All right, Neo Life from Liberia. His name is Edwin. What's up, Edwin? And Richard says, I hear Frank Kessie is close to being sold to Juve. That's great that you mentioned that, because that's a good segue for the next section, which is about, you guessed it, Frank Kessie. All right, so Frank Kessie, I told you yesterday in the video that Barcelona and Juventus had reached an agreement for the transfer of the player around for 15 million euros, and the deal was almost done. There's just a few more details to agree between the clubs. Now, Frank Kessie had initially said he didn't want to go to the Serie A because he considered that chapter as being closed in his career. He already went there. He already won with AC Milan. However, in the last few days or maybe weeks, he had begun to change his mind. He's more in favor of the idea to go in the Serie A because he's realizing that he's not going to get much playing time at Barca. And at Juventus, he'll be a starter. And not only a starter, but he'll be a very important player in the whole team. However, I also told you in yesterday's video that Frank Kessie had paused the negotiations because he had informed Barcelona that he was expecting an offer from the Premier League, which is where he prefers to go. However, we did not know which Premier League club it is. Well, today, the breaking news is that it looks like this club is Tottenham Hotspur, who are very interested in signing Frank Kessie, who've been negotiating with Barcelona these past few days. And it looks like they're willing to offer Barcelona more money than Juventus, so more than the 15 million euros, in order to take Frank Kessie away from Juventus. Now, this news has not been confirmed yet, but if it's true, it'd be huge because, again, Barcelona wanted to sell Frank Kessie for 25. Juventus could only offer 15, and Juventus were the only club who were making an actual offer. So Barcelona were starting to give up, saying, okay, maybe we'll just sell him for 15. You know, we have to sell people. After all, whatever they sell Kessie for is pure profit because he came for free. But if Tottenham Hotspur can come in, swoop in, and offer more, that's even better news for Barcelona. That's more money in Barcelona's pockets, which is more money for signings and more money to improve the economy of the club. So that's the news. It looks like Tottenham Hotspurs are entering the race for Kessie and could be snatching him away from Juventus. Now let's get back to the chat section and then we'll talk about Barcelona's next signing, which will be Mika Marmol. 100%. This is not a rumor. This will happen. Okay, let's see. Jairo says Barcelona are staying at the Intercontinental here in LA. All right, say hello to the players for me. Just kidding. They don't know who I am. Joby Musa says, good evening, Mo. I'm Salifou from Senegal, and he lives in Ghana. That's amazing. Welcome to the channel. Oh, Crispy says, hopefully Tebas doesn't get in the way of the deal. I'm really glad you said that because now I remember I forgot to mention this. And that's my bad, guys. But this deal, the 100 million euro cash deal that Barcelona could get from Qatar, has already been approved by La Liga. Tebas has reviewed everything, and reportedly he has approved it. So if Barcelona received that money, it's been approved by La Liga. So that's how they will go back to the 1-to-1 rule. Because again, it's not Barcelona who decides whether they're on the 1-to-1 rule or not. It's La Liga. And it's reported that La Liga have already looked over the contract. They've approved it. And if it goes through, the money comes in, then La Liga will place Barcelona back on the 1-to-1 rule. Thank you, Crispy, for saying that. And I'm sorry, guys, I forgot to mention that bit of news. I was just so excited, 100 mil, guys. It's a lot of money. But anyways, let's see. Brad says, if Roque is able to be registered, does that mean he comes this summer? So that's the big question. Some reports are saying yes, that if Barcelona get the 100 mil, they'll be able to register everyone, and they'll be able to sign, or not sign it because they already signed. They'll be able to bring Vitor Roque this summer. Now, this is not confirmed again. We'll know a lot more tomorrow, but that's what the initial reports are saying. So we could see Vitor Roque arrive this summer. Told you guys at the beginning of this, today was a day for great news, and I was not lying. Okay, Bruce says, what is going on about the move rumors about Mbappe? I talked about this in a previous video. That's not happening. Nobody can afford Mbappe. Anyways, well, not nobody. Barcelona can't. Let's see. Chuchu says, make the deal now. Yes, let's make the deal. Emza says, hi, Mo. When is the Barca versus Arsenal match? So, local time in LA is 7:30 p.m. I don't know what the time difference between LA and South Africa is. I'm sorry, but 7:30 p.m. local time. So like a complete unknown. That's a long name, my man. Says where the money will come from. Again, from Qatari investor. And this will be a sponsorship deal. So Barcelona are not selling any assets. This will be a strictly sponsorship deal. All right. Whoa, this chat just moved on me. All right, that's okay. Because we got to get back to the news. Because Barcelona have their newest signing, or their upcoming signing. They haven't signed them yet. But it will be Mika Marmol. Now, I'm sure you have already heard this name. Mika Marmol is a 22-year-old defender who played in several teams of La Masia. He played in the under 18, under 19. Then he played with Barca Athletic. There's a lot of expectations behind him. He was supposed to be the next big thing out of La Masia. Unfortunately, eventually his progress kind of plateaued a little bit, and Barcelona ended up offloading him to FC Andorra, which, if I'm not mistaken, that's the team that Gerard Piqué owns. But anyways, Mika Marmol went to FC Andorra. Barcelona offloaded him for free, but they did reserve a buyback clause, and they also reserved a 50% of any future sales. Now, Mika Marmol had a great season this past season with Andorra in the second division, and Barcelona have decided to activate that buyback clause, and they will pay 1 million euros to FC Andorra to sign him back. Now you say, why is Barcelona signing back a defender that they sold when we have a bunch of defenders on the first team and when Barcelona just offloaded Shadi Riyad? Well, Barcelona are not buying back Mika Marmol to keep him. As soon as Mika Marmol's deal is done, Barcelona are going to turn over and sell him to Las Palmas. And he will be sold for free. And you're saying that makes no sense. We sold him for free. We pay $1 million to buy him back, and now we're going to give him away. Well, the reason why Barcelona are doing this, Las Palmas just got promoted to the first division. They're being managed by Garcia Pimienta, who is the former Barca Athletic coach. And of course, now that they're in the first division, they're looking to reinforce their squad. And Garcia Pimienta wants Mika Marmol on his team. So Barcelona are going to buy him back from Andorra for €1 million, then give him away to Las Palmas for free. And in exchange, Las Palmas are going to forgive all the bonuses and variables that Barcelona owes them for the signing of Pedri, which are worth €5 million. So I think that's a great freaking deal. We're going to pay $1 million to get Mika Marmol back and then give him away. And in exchange, we'll get €5 million forgiven. I think that's a great deal. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, these kind of deals will have never happened under the last presidency. These deals can only happen under this president because Matteo Alemany, guys, is an absolute genius when it comes to the financial fair play and the market. And I have no doubt that this was exactly his thinking and his planning. So that's the news. Barcelona are to sign Mika Marmol, send him to Las Palmas, and get all the debt that they owe to Las Palmas for Pedri forgiven. Dark Hawk with a donation. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are freaking awesome. And you guys keep me going. All right. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Adam says, can we still get Bernardo Silva? Probably not. Just because Man City want 80, 90 million euros for him. If we get 100 from Qatar and we turn around and pay 80 for Bernardo Silva, now you're back in square one with no money left anymore. So, it's kind of like the guy who's, broke, and then all of a sudden he gets a job, and the first paycheck he gets, he goes and buys brand new shoes, Would not be the smartest thing. Let's see. Chuchu says, Vitor Roque is the player I want to see. That kid is a beast, and he's going to bully defenders in Europe. I think so too. He is already bullying everybody in Brazil. And he's only 18 years old, guys. I mean, players don't hit their prime until they're 25, 26. So if he's already doing what he's doing at 18, can you imagine what he's going to be doing at 25 or 26? I mean, that's insane. Ricardo says, hi, I'm Ricky from Jamaica, but I live in Texas. I love your channel and I watch it when I can. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you for the awesome comment. And thank you for supporting the channel. All right, Sheena says, hi, Mo. For the first time watching and listening to you live, I always watch your videos every morning. Barca versus Arsenal will be 2:30 a.m. in Ghana. Wow. Are you going to stay up? And also, thank you for watching. And a donation from Crispy. Crispy, you have officially become the channel's MVP. Thank you so much for the donation. And he says, with the 100 mil, will Vitor Roque come in sooner? So like I mentioned a few minutes ago, it's not confirmed, but there are early reports saying that, yes, Barcelona would be able to register the contract of Vitor Roque and therefore bring him this summer. Let's see if that causes any problems with Atlético Paranaense, because Atlético Paranaense would prefer Vitor Roque to come in the winter because the Brazilian season is halfway through. Brazilian season ends in December, in the southern hemisphere, of course. Right now is winter. So the season is going on. It ends in December. So they would prefer to keep him until December, until their season's over. We'll have to see. We'll know more tomorrow once we have official confirmation of this deal, and we'll know exactly what Barcelona plan to do with this money. For sure, all the contracts will be registered. For sure, we'll go back under the 1-to-1 rule. My thought is that, yes, we could bring Vitor Roque. But again, I don't want to say 100%. Let's wait until tomorrow, and I'll confirm in tomorrow's video. Brad says some of these moves the board makes are genius. 100%. Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, and Chuchu mentions Ferran. By the way, just because Barcelona get this 100 million euros and can register contracts, does that mean that that's it? We're all going to go to sleep and have a good summer? No. Barcelona is still going to offload the players that they plan to offload. They still want to get rid of the likes, of Dest, Lenglet, Ferran Torres, Frank Kessie. Just because the Barcelona get this money doesn't mean that's it. We're done. Pack our bags and let's go to the beach. Okay. Let's see. We'll do a couple more comments and then we'll wrap it up. I forgot to tell you guys, but that's all the news I have for you. Richard says, if Ferran refuses to leave and still struggles to score, can you see Barca whistling him at the games? I mean, I'm sure fans could. I don't like it when fans do that, to be honest. I think as fans in the stadium, we should all support the players, even if we don't like them, even if we don't think they're good enough. I don't think we should be whistling our own players. Our players get plenty of that in all the other 19 stadiums that they visit. We don't need our own fans doing that to our own players. Okay. Let's see. Vincent says, what about Andrés Santos? Well, Andrés Santos supposedly, I can't remember the agent's name. He's working on bringing him to Barca. I don't know if that would be a good idea because Andrés Santos plays in the same position as Lamine Yamal, and I would honestly prefer to see Lamine Yamal play rather than bringing someone else from the outside and taking his spot. Not that I'm saying he would be able to take his spot, because Lamine Yamal, I'm pretty sure he can hold his own. And Crispy says, another donation from Crispy says, thank you for your work you do, Mo. You're the GOAT. Thank you, Crispy. Thank you for all your donations. All of you guys are the GOATs. This is the only reason I do it, is because of you guys. Otherwise, I'd be just some crazy guy talking into my camera. So it's thanks to you guys that this channel has been growing and that I get to do this amazing thing on the side, which is talk about the club that I've loved for many, many years, FC Barcelona, and share my passion and my love for Barcelona and for football with all of you amazing people who have created an amazing community. Because seriously, this is the best Barcelona community on YouTube. I have no doubts of it. Everybody is so engaged. Everybody shares their opinion and thoughts respectfully. Maybe I've seen it a few times, but I've never seen any toxicity or negativity. Everybody is so respectful to each other, and I really, really appreciate that. And that's thanks to all of you guys. You guys have done that, not me. I'm just the guy who brings you the news. You're the people who are actually building this community. So thanks to all of you, amazing people. And with that, I gotta bid you my adieu. Is that how you say it? I hope so. Because that's it. That's all the news I had for you. As I promised, it was gonna be great news, and it is, and it was. Hopefully, better news tomorrow. Hopefully, this 100 million euro deal is confirmed by the club tomorrow. I will be watching the match tonight, and I'll do a little bit short post-match analysis because again, it is the preseason. You can't really analyze much because everybody's gonna get to play. The coach is gonna be trying different things, different formation, different players, positions, etc. So you can't really draw too many conclusions, but nonetheless, I'll try to do one. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your likes, your donations, your comments, your subscriptions, and thanks to you guys who will be watching when this ends. As always, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Have a good night or good morning wherever you are. And I cannot sign off without saying, Visca Barça.